Hey everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie, and welcome to Obscure80s, or Obscure80s, however you want to pronounce it. This episode, I'm talking about a great trio by the name of Blanket of Secrecy. They put out an album in 1982 called Ears Have Walls, or was it Walls Have Ears? I guess it just depends on which country you were in. I think in the UK it was Ears Have Walls, and in America it was Walls Have Ears. Same album cover, same track listing, same wonderful gooey goodness. This was such a great album. Was it synth pop? Was it top 40? It was a little bit of everything. It was not an album that defined itself as a certain genre. It featured little bits and pieces of a bunch of stuff in there, but the songs, it's essentially it's a pop album. It's a great album. Now the band members, when the album first came out, I picked up the album when I was at Licorice Pizza, and I go, Blanket of Secrecy, who's this? I flipped it over, and then it said, special guests. Jack Hughes, sang backup or something, or wrote one song or whatever, and then Hogg played saxophone on this song. Well, Hogg and Jack Hughes were in a band called Hwang Chung. That's Huang, and I was a big fan of that album when it first came out on Arista Records. So I immediately bought it because I figured if the guys from Hwang Chung are playing with this band Blanket of Secrecy, it's got to be good. So I took it home and I loved it. Now, of course, everybody knows that Hwang Chung eventually became Wang Chung, but that's for another video. Now, the band members on the Blanket of Secrecy album were listed as Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, and then there was another song that was co-written by Spy. So it didn't reveal who the band members were. And for years, I read somewhere that it was the Attractions, Elvis Costello's backing band. I read somewhere else it was this, whatever. And then I started reading about this guy named Peter Marsh. And it wasn't until just several decades later that I found out that the three members of Blanket of Secrecy were engineer-producer Roger Bashirian, who was a member of the band. I think this is one of the only bands I can think of that he was actually a member of. A really talented individual by the name of Andrew Howell, and then said vocalist, guitarist, musician, Peter Marsh. And it's just fantastic. Now, sad story about this band, and I will make this as quick as possible. The label, it came out on F-Beat in the UK, came out in Warner Brothers here. Everybody was pumped for this album. Everyone just thought this album could really be, because it is very commercial. Now, when you hear it now, 43 years later, you're going to go, but back then it was super commercial. It still sounds great though. And everybody was just pumped about this. So they said, we're going to book you on a tour to open for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And this would have been late 82 or into 83. So everybody was pumped. Warner Brothers was really going to get behind this record. They were going to promote it. And they said, well, we know you've already started recording your second album. Why don't you finish the second album and we'll release it while you're out on tour? And they said, thumbs up, buddy. You got it. And then after they were done recording and before the tour, the lead singer left the band. And it all fell apart. Warner Brothers pulled promotion and the album did not get the push that it deserved. If things had happened differently, I wouldn't even have to be talking about them right now because they would not be obscure. This band was great. Pop songs, and that's all it's about. To me, it's all about hooks and melody, and there's plenty of them on this debut album that came out in 1982 called Walls Have Ears Have Walls. That's what I'm going to call it now. Walls Have Ears Have Walls, because like I said, it was either Walls Have Ears or Ears Have Walls. Anyway, fan-friggin-tastic. I feel so bad, but now there is no official CD release of it. I happen to have one of those gray area pirate copies that I bought that has a couple bonus tracks. But I do not recommend you buy any of those, because the band doesn't get any of the money, and it makes me feel bad that I own them, that I'm showing them to you. I just live a life of guilt because I own this. But what you can do is Roger Bashirian went back. He remastered the debut album, Walls Have Ears Have Walls, and then put that out digitally. And that was about 2017, I think. But also, he took the tapes from the second album that had been unreleased. I think it was recorded, late 82, early 83. Unreleased, he released that digitally as well. So you can get both Blanket of Secrecy albums digitally. I got mine off of iTunes. It might be available on Amazon or wherever else, or maybe just iTunes. I recommend you, if you can't find the vinyl should be pretty easy to find. I just recommend it. It's great. But I'm not going to talk anymore about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play you a little medley of just songs from the Walls Have Ears Have Walls album. And I hope you dig this. So sit back, relax, give it a listen, and I will see you on the other side. Well, that's it. I hope this encouraged you to check out Blanket of Secrecy. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me. I'm Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie.